Hello, this is Brian of Hypotastic Learning, and we're going to discuss on how to create a photo with many small photos inside. So as you can see over here, this is the final output that we're after. So you can see the main image on top, and then if you look closely, you can see different baby pictures that are on top of this image. Okay? So we have three files over here. We have the main image, we have two baby pictures over here. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is get the main image. Let's get a good view of the face. Okay, so what I'm doing over here is setting up a rectangle. Let's go for copy. Okay, and then let's create a new file, and I'm gonna be pasting the image over here. Okay, so this is the main image that we have right now. Next is we need to process the baby pictures. So we're gonna use the crop tool, and the cool thing with the crop tool is whatever the dimensions that you place in here, it's gonna follow and automatically resize your image. So what we're placing here is 50 pixels and 50 pixels for the height and the width. So let's just select the image, which is the face. So just let's align it a bit better. Now press enter, and you get a resize image of 50 by 50 pixels. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for this baby over here. So we're gonna do this one. Okay, so it looks about right. Press enter, and now you have this image as well. So what we have here, okay, so I'm just dragging this out for you to see. What we have here is two baby pictures. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is create another image that would have both of the baby pictures. So recall that we have 50 by 50 pixels for each of the image. We want to create a 2 by 2 pattern. So it looks more of like a chessboard or a checkerboard. So if it's a 2 by 2, we're gonna have it as 100 for 100 pixels so that we can have it like 4 of these images inside. So now we've created a, okay, so let's drag it out. So now we've created a 100 by 100 size for this one. So I'm pressing Control A on one of the baby pictures. Just copy it over, place it in here. So I'll just go for paste, and I'm doing it twice. Another paste. Okay, so select this picture first, and let's change it to the selector. Move it here. And then let's select the second image. Let's move it out here. Okay. So next, let's select Control A. Go for Edit. Let's copy it over. Let's go to this one and paste. Let's do it twice. Okay. So I'm dragging this out over here, and I'm dragging this out to this corner. So now we have a 2 by 2 picture of the baby images. So do take note, you're not limited to just having these pictures over here. You can define a bigger image, like a bigger pattern image. You can have more images inside. What we're doing is a simplistic 2 by 2 so that you can see the results right away. Okay, so next thing we have, so you can see over here we have 4 layers actually. So what we're gonna do next is flatten the image. So what we want is just one layer. Okay, so now we just have one layer. Next thing is let's go to Image, Adjustments, and then what we're gonna do is remove the colors from this image through the saturation. Okay, so now it doesn't have any color, and our pattern is now ready. So go to Edit and click Define Pattern, and you can see over here that it's all set to become a pattern to use. So I'm just renaming it as Kids. Okay, once you have it saved as a pattern, you don't need these images anymore for the babies over here. So let's go back to our original image. So let's remove this one here. And now create a new layer on top of the original image. So I'm just clicking here, New Layer. And make sure that you have the new layer selected. Okay, and then now we go to Edit and then Fill. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our pattern and place it on top of our image. So you can see over here that you have different kinds of fills. So make sure that you have the pattern selected. And then you can see that our pattern, the babies or the kids, are already over here. So let's just click this one and OK. Now you can see over here that it pretty much filled up the entire screen. So what we're going to do is change it. Okay, so make sure this layer is selected, change the option, and then we can pick overlay. So what it does is you can now see it better. You can now see it on top of their main image. And then the cool thing is you can play around with the opacity setting of the image. So you can see over here it's changing. If it's 0, then pretty much you can't see it. But you can maybe set it to around 80 plus to make it more visible. And there you have it. Thanks for watching this tutorial.